We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47. Check. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Watch the pass. 49, guys. Mike, 49. No chance.
Prescott from the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Get out there. Mike's 49. Watch one. Now watch one. 49. Mike, 49.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st down, Pollard, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now a give right side. Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Let's go, baby.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to be...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
47. 49 the mic. Watch 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long.
Switch it, hey. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I smell fear in that offense. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
We're going to 54. Right here.
On second and 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
47. Check Mike 54. Mike. We're going to 53. The track. Watch twist. Hey, watch edge. Hatchet. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Carry for the big fella. This is Jameis HOLLYWOOD, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back now in Arlington. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And Forbath will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. He lets it fly, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Wilson flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Get your swerve on. Hustle. Mike 50. Gun. What's the curl? Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
52, 25, check 25, check 25. Check nickel. Four down.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Watch the twist. Check 99.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Procise. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That's certainly...
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?